Am I live? I believe I'm live, y'all. Let's play this little thing here. Earth in Chaos. Alright, yeah, I'm live for about an hour tonight. Let's see. Earth in Chaos. Let's see if it even play it. Hello, Carnivore Joyce. John P. Adventures. How you doing, man? Can you hear me? Good to see you. Thank you. How's it going? For real. Earth in Chaos. Let's click that one. Let me just play this little short video. I thought it was pretty unique. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yes, good. Thank you, Susanna. How y'all doing? Let's play this little video. Watchman, how you doing? How's everybody doing this evening? Appreciate y'all coming in and hitting that thumbs up. Thank you.
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول Rồi bài linh đại mà tô thôi bài linh làm đại mà tô linh rồi thì thế này chơi rơi chứ nó chơi rơi cái từ bài đó bikin kita makan berbau bikin kita main kulit sebelah kita kebuk.
Good evening. Can y'all hear me? Thank y'all for coming in. Carol, Weissman, Guitar Professional. John P. Adventures, Patriots. Hello. Hello, Light. Savannah. Carnivore Joy. What's the volume, y'all? Happy Sunday evening, everyone. Thank you. Got the yard for 3 hours, so I'm gonna use an hour of it tonight. Just wanted to play a short video, waste 5 minutes of it or 8 minutes of my time, whatever it is. It's like when nobody sees me, people disappear. Hello and welcome in. I had a video going, y'all. I don't know how good it is, but we'll let it play anyway. Welcome in. Let's let the music play. Is there any music, y'all? I don't even hear any music, but I wanted, if anybody comes in, we had like 8 people. Now we got 2, y'all. I might as well just stop the live stream, right? Let's give them a few more minutes, y'all. It's been 10 minutes for real. It's crazy, y'all. Yeah, I want to talk about a few things for real. Heart locations around the world. I might as well play some music though, right? Like, man, shoot. Where'd everybody go? What kind of music y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear any music? I text Daryl. Well, thank you. I put a post. Yeah, a link in my community post. So thank you. Appreciate that. Like, man, what's going on, y'all? I might as well start anyway, right? Normally when I start, people come in. Let's play some music anyway. I don't know what I'm going to choose yet, but I'm going to choose something because I got to get moving and grooving, y'all. Times are passing. Are you still here, John P? What's going on, man? Where's my sound at, y'all? I'm a little bit slower this way, but it's all good, y'all. As long as you can handle it, I can handle it. I can deal with it. A little background music. Because I'm watching you. The Watchman, how you doing? Kyle, the prepper channels are treating me like crap. I think I'm getting done with them. They keep knocking me down off channels. I remember you saying you got blocked a couple channels, but I didn't really give it no energy or anything. I mean, I'm sorry about that, man. You're not blocked here, that's for sure. A lot of people don't like the truth. And that's what I'm going to talk about over here at my channel is nothing but truth, y'all. What can we start playing anyway? I know people's busy, y'all. I'm busy too. I get a little time, then I go live. Y'all see that Mexican? Let me see that. I'm going to read it to you. A massive Mexican Navy ship crashes into the Brooklyn Bridge with 200 passengers on board. Watch dramatic footage as a Mexican Navy ship carrying 200 people crashes into the Brooklyn Bridge in New York. The vessel's 150-foot mast was seen striking the iconic structure, sending debris into the water below. The ship, identified as I can't even say that word, y'all, was built in Spain in 1982 and is used as a training vessel. Did y'all see that? Hello, Daryl. Stats, how you doing? Yeah, that ship that run into that bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, y'all, I believe. Is that what it just said? Let me play that video for you. I think it shows different angles too. I get a lot of stuff on the eventually, y'all. Hello, Mr. Super Sidewinder. How you doing? Yeah, that's crazy, y'all. I think it was going backwards. But look, we can do that. So I'm just putting it out there, y'all. In case you didn't see it, I wanted you to see it. You'd be like, man, I saw it over here. May have just been wood. May have been just wood. What does that mean?
What's up with that boat?
Hello, Laura K. You're seeing it now if you didn't see it before. So, yeah. Custom screen printing. Hello. It's a guy Sunday night, y'all. Y'all got to see. I believe two people were killed. Let's read the rest of it so I don't get it all messed up, y'all. It was built in Spain in 1982, used as a training vessel on mercy crews or transporting victims to the Brooklyn New rush to local hospitals. At least two people have been reported injured so far. But anyway, if y'all didn't hear about that, the vessel hit that bridge, y'all. Sure did. StreamYard. See, it's still sucky, y'all. It still sucks. And shared you out on my community tab. I'll just be careful with my language then. Thank you so much. Because I respect you sharing me out. I really do. Thank you. I'm a little bit in the dark. I was trying to make this show up back here. Yeah. I don't normally misspeak in a bad language anyway, so I just get a little frustrated with this StreamYard thing, you know. I want to play some music too in a little bit, y'all. But I wanted to show y'all something else. HARP locations around the world. Let's see if we can do that. I don't think it wants me to do it. All right, let's see. I have to do one screen at a time and then take them down with this StreamYard thing. I don't get it. But in case you don't know, it seems to be activated. The whole state of Florida seems to be needing to prepare from what's to come. HARP. Underwater. I mean, do y'all believe that? What this guy is showing here? Let's see what he's showing. Underwater. My subscribers don't have patience, y'all. And I don't get it, but I understand we all busy and everything. What's hiding under the water in Florida? Really hiding under the water. This guy Google mapped it or something. The more I take stuff down, the more it'll. That's crazy, y'all. I got to cut my air conditioner on again. I'm in here burning up again. Hello, Joey Calhoun. Blessings. Pray for me. Did I make it through this live stream? I'm doing the 5 free hours of StreamYard. Even when I pay for it, it's still no good. Like, it gets stuck. It's terrible, y'all. Probably because I try to show too much stuff. You click on one thing and it's so slow to go back to the other thing. Isn't that crazy? Let me stop sharing this. Blessings, Daryl Calhoun, thank you for the prayers. I'd be better off just talking, wouldn't I? How you doing, John P? How's the baby? For real, y'all. Hello, Stats. I'm on the Florida mountain. Are you? I didn't know Florida had a mountain, y'all. Where is that located? For real. Does Florida have a mountain? I know South Carolina has some lower foothill mountains, but it don't really get to be mountains until you get into North Carolina. So, and where I live is flat land. Say from Greenville down below is nothing but flat land, y'all. It really is. That's why we get localized flooding. Miss Carol was pointing out the other night, but we don't get no 4 foot of rain in our streets in the flatlands of Columbia, South Carolina, or anywhere like that. I mean, downtown Charleston might get a little localized flooding, but as far as the whole city of Charleston, I mean, it doesn't happen with 4 foot of rain. I'm sorry, it just does not happen. That's why I just call it localized flooding, you know. But anyway, coastal flooding, I mean, so what? That's a couple city blocks inland, you know. That's not like the whole city of Myrtle Beach. I mean, really, or Charleston or anything like that, which I've seen Myrtle Beach will look like a foot of rain. I mean, on Kings Boulevard and Ocean Boulevard, you know, I've seen that. But all that 4 or 5 foot of rain, I don't think I've ever really seen it here like that anywhere in South Carolina. It could have been, but I just didn't see it. But anyway, I ain't gonna argue with nobody. For real. Like Hawaii is a mountain. We're all on top of mountaintops. I could see mountains not far from here in southeast Tennessee. For real. I'm going to show something sooner or later here if it'll let me. Are you in there? Yeah. I got to take one thing down at a time. Let's give it a chance to show y'all. I wanted to show a few things tonight, okay? This is like Google Earth at the tip of Florida. Now it blanked out. There it comes. Somewhere down here along the Everglades National Park of Florida. I mean, I kind of figured out how to get my Google Earth back on this computer. So, yeah, I'll be able to use it somewhat every now and then. But situated in the ocean. So if we can get to it without having a blank screen the whole time. One screen at a time. That's crazy. Crazy for loving you. The thing is, it won't let me figure out which one it is. I just have to click on one of them and figure out as I go. StreamYard is a nightmare, y'all. I'm doing better. Heart full version, UK facility report. I didn't even know RFB was live. Hello, David Skywatch. For real? Look, RFB is cool and everything. I'm scared to comment anymore over there myself. I mean, I really am. I might put one comment out of an hour and a half or so. I mean, because I don't want nobody hollering at me or poking fun at me or anything like that, y'all. For real. The reason I say that is back before I started all this truther stuff, I mean, I was growing channels and things like that, which I would discuss some of this stuff every now and then. I mean, but things were said and all that, and I saw it and I heard it, and nobody else did. And I'm like, I know who that Super Dave is, but everything he does, I don't approve of. I mean, really, it's my channel. I do, if I want to do karaoke, I'll do karaoke, y'all. If I want to do harp, I'll do harp. Harp full version, UK facility report. And like I've said, I mean, some of these bigger channels have watched me and come over here to my channel, whether if y'all know that or not. And I won't name names, but I know a lot of them.
Harp facility in Carpledui, Aberystwyth, Wales. It's not really much to say, is there? Just I'll try and give you a good view of it. It's much larger than what's it. Yeah, it looks quite small, but it's actually quite big. The gates are very sealed off, warning signs everywhere. It's cameraed up. There's lots of cameras. There's a hut there. There's been a car behind the hut, for a couple of days, sort of thing. So it's almost like there's someone living in there or something, living in security. I don't know what. But yeah, it's a beautiful area. It's nicely tucked away. If you drove past it, driving east, then you just wouldn't notice it. When you drive west along the road,
I don't know if y'all knew about this heart facility in the UK, and thank you, David Skywatch. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. In a lot of facilities, a lot of people may not know about, and I won't spend a whole lot of time on this, but I wanted to bring it out, and I'll show you in the next video or two. So yeah, in case you didn't know, the one in UK,
it's it's an interesting one. It's nicely tucked out of the way, definitely. You'd really need to know it's there. You can imagine people in the local
people talk about weather modification, just like these tornadoes in Kentucky, wherever else. I know they hit it somewhere else, Missouri. Yeah. I'm trying to do away with each screen so I can hurry up and get through this. And it'll play. David Skywatch. Let me cancel that and play this right here. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm not going to be live but an hour because I only have 5 hours of StreamYard till I pay for it. Shouldn't tell all my business, but it's the truth. Thank you, David Skywatch, man. Good to see you, Mike Smith. Thank you for coming in. I didn't mean to have no misunderstanding. There are things that I don't know and things that I do know, but some things I just don't know. There's so much that goes on, I just don't know, y'all. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, for real. I just show and talk about the things that I do know about, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real, you know what I'm saying, y'all. And if I even know anything about it, I'm lucky to know anything, y'all. For real. I wanted to find that super chat, but I can't find it. Everything's so slow over here. I've tried everything in the world, y'all. All right, let's go to the next screen. Hey, appreciate y'all coming in. We learn as we go. No, I don't know everything. I admit it. Never will I know everything. Is it sharing the screen yet? It's trying to, y'all. All right, this was in Turkey. I don't care. I don't know if y'all know about this. Turkey. An intensifying earthquake is the first preceded by a flash of light. And then the intensification of the earthquake starts. HARP can cause all that. Those that don't believe don't have to. Okay, an earthquake. Well, of course, y'all know I was questioning that beam that Mike Smith sent me. Thank you, Mike Smith. Really, questioning that beam of light, before the tornadoes. And I was reading today that these beam of lights do weapons and all that, heat the atmosphere up, y'all. Really. And it can cause these tornadoes that hit Kentucky. I wouldn't lie to you, Joy Calhoun, but this light, this flashes around the time of an earthquake in Turkey. Just saying, y'all. I mean, here we go. Asking more questions. Does an earthquake cause a flash of light, or does it a volcano, or does something else? Before an earthquake. I don't even know if Turkey has volcanoes, y'all. But yeah, is this like something from HARP? Just asking questions, y'all. That's why I was showing a little bit about HARP tonight too. If I was these bigger channels, I would be convincing everybody, of course, HARP did this. There's no other sign but this blinking, this flashing, because the ionosphere has produced light, of course, coming off of these high frequencies from the top of the atmosphere, bouncing back down from the friction and all this stuff, y'all. Does it make any sense? I'm not a bigger channel, and I can't convince everybody of exactly. So I have to ask these type of questions, y'all. A flashing light right before an earthquake in Turkey. And y'all know Turkey had a pretty big earthquake. So yeah, Turkey has feathers. Of course. I don't try to convince anybody of anything. I just try to ask the questions. I used to do sky videos asking questions like, what do you see in this video? And things like that. I wanted to get that back on, but it went back off. I don't know how I get down to 10, Mike Smith, but the subject don't interest the people, I guess. But I'm going to get a little bit deeper into some of this stuff as we go. I've been live 35 minutes. I don't have that long tonight. But we're going to get on through with it. Let me make sure this shows up on the screen. All right, I'm going to play this slow. I want you to see where it says ionosphere heater locations around the world. And I will spend some time one day looking up all these places and try to find all these heart locations. I will, because I found a few of them already. I've spent a little bit of time. It'll take like a day or so, y'all. But let me go ahead and enlarge this. But thank you, David Skywatch. It played slow earlier. Let's try to get it to play real slow, y'all. Playback speed. And I'll kind of read it out as it goes. So yeah, I just want you to see where it says. And like I say, I know most of these exist because I've found a couple of them.
Atmospheric heater locations worldwide.
Vandenberg, California. There's a heart facility. Well, if y'all know this, I try to present the evidence that I'm speak about. I know there's more locations, and so in this video is pronouncing the locations, and when I find them on Google Earth, I'll present them another day. Just saying, y'all, I will show this. I remember stuff when I mention it, and I'm like, well, I didn't prove the evidence on mentioning what I said, but I will still. And I try to do that later on. I mean, it's hard to present everything in one video because I just rant, y'all. I talk a lot. All right, here we go. Gakona, Alaska. That's 2 harps already, okay, in this video. California, Alaska. Poker Flat, Alaska. That's 2 places in Alaska alone. Resolute Bay, Canada. These are all heart facilities. Resolute Bay, Canada. Greenland. I don't know how to say this name. Kangerlascook, Greenland, something like that. Can you say it yourself? If you can. And I didn't pronounce it right, I'm sorry, y'all. For real, thank you. I'm a redneck, y'all. Millstone Hill, Massachusetts. There's a heart facility. Did you know that in Massachusetts? There's one in Puerto Rico. Lima, Peru. A heart facility, down in South America. Wales. What's that? Carmarthenshire, Wales. Norway. There's a couple of them in Norway. Watch here. Longyear Bay in Norway. Ram Forge and Mo in Norway. However you say that. There's another one, Kiruna, Norway. A heart facility in Finland. These are all around the world. Russia. One in Ukraine. Tajikistan. India. In this video, this person has Google Earthed all these. And I don't even know how to make videos on my computer, y'all. If I Google Earth them all on my computer, I guess I'm gonna have to Google Earth them on my cell phone like that, and make my own video and zoom in on them all, and prove that they're there according to Google Earth anyway. Zing Zang, China, however you say that. Indonesia. Taiwan. Look at that. In the shape of an oval. Is that the shape of an oval? Octagon, whatever you want to call it. In Japan. Russia. Now, whether if all these are still in, in the works of putting out frequencies, if they're still working or whatever, I mean, I'm not there, I don't know, but these are all heart facilities around the world. Sometimes they'll shut something down, like they say they shut CERN down or whatever, so, or just use these places at a special time that they want to use them. I mean, I don't know if they run 24 hours a day or what. I mean, I don't know certain things. Did y'all count them? Marshall Islands, a heart facility in Marshall Islands.
Atmospheric heater locations worldwide.
Well, I didn't count them all, but I will be counting them all soon one day. One day soon. Let me get my dang music working, y'all. I think that'll do it. Let's sign in on that one. Let me read the chat a little bit. Hello, Abby Aberstein. Stacy Sela, thank you for watching. Carnivore Joyce, thank you. God bless you. I knew there was a bunch of them. It really makes you think when you start naming them all off. Did you count them? Yeah, I knew there was a bunch of them, but there's a bunch of them around the world, even Australia. You remember on the tip of Australia, we showed you that one? It didn't even name that one in that, I don't believe. Yeah, I just count around 10. The birds come down pre-cooked. Thank you for that super chat, David Skywatch. It means a lot, man. Love your live streams. I can relate with you. Thank you. Here, let's open up this and get some music or something going. This thing here behind me, y'all. I'm going to tear it down one day. I'm back in the dark again, okay? I don't even know how. Let's go a little bit more because there's a little bit more left. I just try to bring up what I've been talking about and continue on. That's all I try to do. I don't even think this is what I was sharing. How did this even happen? It's like the music and everything quit working. How? I don't even know how all this stuff stops.
Power off. Power on.
But anyway,
Bluetooth pairing.
if I can't get that working,
Bluetooth connected.
and that's not what I was looking for. So let's go to the end of the segment here. And let's see if it pulls this up. If it don't, I'll have to go back and start it again. Let's see. I want to go through a few of these tonight. I try to present stuff that people don't know about. And that's all I care about doing. I want to inform people. I want people to be aware. This is from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. I see the silhouette of your hat. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. At least you can see something about me, you know. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on for real. But let me enlarge this a little bit more. This goes way back, y'all. I don't want to click on anything up here or anything like that and mess up the stream any more than I've messed it up. But these patents go back from like 1891 to the 2023 or something like that. And you're like, well, what's causing these storms, y'all? I mean, what if man can help or make these storms any worse, or create them, or make it rain, or make tornadoes, or make fog, make tidal waves, make anything, make fire, just whatever. It might just be in these patents right here, you know. I just want to read a few of them off until the time expires tonight a little bit, and play some music at the same time, if I can get that to work. All right. July 16th, 1891, the method of producing rainfall. That looks like the very first patent. What was the method? We'll have to talk about it one day, y'all. October 31st, 1905, means for producing high potential electrical discharges. Would that be like lightning? Just asking questions, y'all. Rainmaker, 1913. 1915. Protecting from poisonous gas in warfare. These are patents, y'all. Process, an apparatus for causing precipitation. By coalescence of aqueous particles contained in the atmosphere. And what I'm going to do one day is, see, I jumped ahead of myself quite a bit, y'all. When I say I will produce this stuff, I will eventually. And that's why I get y'all watching. You'll be like, well, I told you about this a year ago, you know, so I finally got to it, and here we are. I'm showing a picture about it or something, you know. So the process of apparatus for the production of intense artificial clouds, fog and mist, or mist. Method of producing fog screens. I put a video up about a fog screen a while ago. It's like, not a while ago, but maybe a couple years ago. It's like a curtain. Use even in warfare, you could use, you know, a curtain of chem fog, y'all. I don't know if y'all ever seen anything like that. That's crazy. They got patents to do that. Ain't that crazy? Fog screens. Process of producing smoke clouds from moving aircraft. Process of producing artificial fog. Atomizing attachment for airplane engine exhaust. Artificial production of fog. Each one I'm reading is a different patent for these, y'all. Electrical system and method. Airplane spray equipment. 1934. Airplane spray equipment. May the 1st, 1934. Is that these nozzles? You know, not the jet fuel, but the nozzles, you know. You remember RFK said, and I made fun about it, that he's downplaying these chemtrails and all this. Well, they got patents for this stuff, y'all. Artificial fog, spray equipment, apparatus for the method of producing oil fog, method of dispelling fog, electric steam generator, process of producing fog or mist. Even this mysterious fog we've had lately, y'all. Remember this thickened, mysterious fog? Joey Axe, thank you. Welcome to the Super Dave team. Yeah, in case you don't know, America had mysterious fog in South Carolina and Florida and all across different states. Some people saying it's causing even hairs to grow on the ground, particles, things like that, even like fungus. Just saying, y'all, I don't know where this is coming from, and the bees are disappearing. Is it from the fog, the mysterious fog? The gnats are even worse this year than ever before. Early this year, the gnats don't normally come out until July or August. And here it is, April, May, and the gnats were already coming out, y'all, this year. Just saying, is any of this related, you know? Artificial fog production, smoke screen generator, smoke producing mixture, aerial discharge device, method of crystal formation and precipitation, generating silver iodide smoke, process for controlling weather, April 24th, 1951. Material disseminating apparatus for airplanes. And you're like, well, what's coming out of these airplanes? I mean, some of this may even tell you. Metal chloride screening smoke mixture. Metal chloride. They're spraying all kind of stuff in our atmosphere. It's right here in the list, y'all. Smoke generator, steam generator, method and apparatus for detecting minute crystal foaming particles suspended in gaseous atmosphere. Controllable dispersible device, control of tropical cyclone formation, process for weather control, decomposition chamber for monopropellant fuel. Generation of electrical fields. And you wonder, like, this static, where it's coming from. You know, the static. And they have patents on generation of electrical fields. The stuff they can produce, y'all. Method for dispersing natural atmospheric fogs and clouds. Fog dispelling composition. Cloud seeding carbon dioxide. Bullet. Atmospheric space charge modification. Aerosol insecticide dusting device. Chemically produced colored smoke. Method of artificial influencing the weather. Silver iodide cloud seeding generator. Generation of ice nucleating crystals. Electrostatic mixing and microbial conversions. Protonic combustion. Self-focusing antenna system. electrically heated smoke producing device. Metallic composition for production of hypersonic smoke. Weather control by artificial means, and it just goes on and on. I'm up to 1967. Means for communication through a layer of ionized gas. Cloud seeding apparatus. Heating device for use with aerosol containers. Protonics. Compromising silver iodate ammonium nitrate. Nitrocellulose and nitrate esters. Method for precipitating atmospheric water mass. Automatically adjustable airfoil spray system with pump. I know I'm losing everybody, y'all, but I'm going to finish my video. Smoke producing propellant rainmaker. Fluidized particle dispenser method of an apparatus for seeding clouds. Different methods. Like a while ago, method for precipitating atmospheric water mass. Now we have method and apparatus for seeding clouds. Different patents for different techniques. Well, Super Dave, do you know what all these mean? I don't know what they all mean, but I know quite a bit. I've learned over the years. Cloud seeding, you know, these nozzles, this stuff, they just spraying. They spraying all kind of stuff, y'all. Aluminum, barium, we said it over and over. Sulfur, acid. Years ago, I wish I could find the information on this stuff and I would prove it. Rush Limbaugh was saying, man, and he was reading it. He knew it to be 100% true, that they were dumping sulfur into the ocean. He's like, why would they do that? You know, he even asked questions, but he didn't really keep digging into it because he knew he was going into an area that they're not going to like, you know, that if he talks a lot about it. I remember it being in the 90s. If they were doing it in the 90s, they would still be doing it probably today. And this red tide and these things, you know, that's happening. The foams that's coming from the ocean. I mean, I'm just trying to connect the dots, y'all. That's all I'm trying to do. Fluidized particle dispenser. Method and apparatus for seeding clouds. Trapped electromagnetic radiation communication system. Method of producing precipitation from the atmosphere. Artificial ion cloud apparatus for suppressing contrails. Apparatus for suppressing contrails. Control of atmospheric particles. Method of cloud seeding. System and method of irradiation of planet surface areas. Freezing nucleation. Fog dispensing method and compositions. They could put fog dispensing methods not only on airplanes, but on drones because they have the patents to it already, you know. They could change it over to today's technology, in other words. Just saying, y'all. Treatment of atmospheric conditions by intermediate dispensing of materials therein. Weather modification method. Combustibles for generating aerosols, particularly suitable for cloud modification and weather control. And weather control. And weather control. It's right there. And weather control. I have this document, Owning the Weather by 2025. I'm sure I'll end up getting to it, that's for sure. Combustions for generating aerosols, particularly suitable for cloud modification and weather control. All these, y'all. Like, is there any doubt that they're controlling the weather? Just saying, y'all. Is there any doubt they're controlling the weather? Maybe they didn't control it today in South Carolina, but it sure was chem fog and silver, you know, iodine in the sky all day long. It wasn't sunny or anything. If they want to block out the sun, that's what they was doing today in South Carolina. Just saying. Because there was no sunshine. Weather modification utilizing microcapsulized material. Solar temperature inversion device. Pyrotechnics compromising oxide of silver for weather modification use fog dispersal. 1972. Am I even halfway? I don't even know, y'all. But I'm going to keep going because maybe this will resonate and somebody will be like, man, all this stuff that they're using to control the weather, wherever they want to control it at the time they want to control it. They might not be controlling it right now in South Carolina, let's say. But when there's these radar, and they got them on, and the precipitation is pulling up from the coast or whatever, and they generate this storm, and then they go out there and they spray ahead of these storms and things like that they can activate and make these storms worse. I don't know the steps to it all, y'all, but it doesn't take much to ask questions. Device for clearing impurities from the atmosphere. Well, they need to do that. It'd be nice if they had a big filters all over and try to not suck out the carbon. Yeah, they want to suck out the carbon out of the air, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the impurities. To make the air cleaner, which the earth does need pollen and things like that, but it doesn't need the pollution that we and them produce. A lot of these chemicals, I agree, that's coming out of these chemical plants need to be somewhat regulated and new technologies. I mean, pollution is pollution. It is what it is, y'all. And it does somewhat need to be cleaned up. Device for cleaning impurities from the atmosphere. Process and agents having an influence on the weather. Barium release system. Barium release system. Pyrotechnic composition for generating lead-based smoke. Why would they want to generate lead-based smoke? Air pollution control method. Cloud seeding system. Uniform size particle generator. Weather modification process. Pyrotechnic formulations for weather modification compromising a mixture of iodates. Chaff dispensing system. I've tried to figure out what chaff is. I think it's like a big dump in a certain location, like even to kill out radar. Say you want it, they was approaching in another country. They use this, I'm just saying, I'm not sure, but I've kind of like worked my way, maybe trying to figure it out. I could be wrong. Rocket having barium release system to create ion clouds in the upper atmosphere. Methods of generating ice nuclei smoke particles for weather modification and apparatus therefore. Electrical heating apparatus for generating superheated vapors. Ice nucleation by micas, whatever that means, freezing nucleant. I mean, we wonder what's in the snow too anymore, y'all. Communication system utilizing modulation of the characteristic polarization of the ionosphere. Method of crystallization of water in supercooled clouds and fogs and region useful in said method. Process for local modification of fog and clouds for triggering their precipitation and for hindering the development of hail. I think they're trying to produce hail. Apparatus for generating ice nuclei smoke particles for weather modification. Powder contrail generation. Method of controlling weather. Method for fog dispersion. Just different over and over and over and over. October 28, 1975, I'm going to leave off right there because it just goes on and on and on. And I don't think we have the time to finish it up. Y'all don't want to hear me keep reading all this. So let me write that down. Because I'm going to read it in another live stream. Maybe the next one. What did I say? October 15th, 1975. Somewhere around that area. Everybody's getting bored and everybody's leaving. Yes, it happens in Massachusetts too. It happens in Tennessee too. In my opinion, we don't have any natural weather anymore. I mean, I can keep reading, y'all. It don't matter to me. But I've finished my hour live stream, and I wanted to stretch this out. When it comes to my StreamYard, only 5 free hours. Thank you, David Skywatch. I appreciate it, man. You rock, man. Are you still here? I wish I'd have known Richie was on. Richie's good. He puts out a lot of good information. But I have to be careful over there, too. I mean, like anywhere I go, y'all. And I know Carol is probably live by now. I learned about chemtrails from the Art Bell on Coast to Coast AM. Years ago, I did, too. I mean, I heard about it, but really, I wasn't informed, let's say. I'd listen to him a little bit about the UFOs and all that kind of stuff. And people witnessing and calling, you'd be like, man, is there really UFOs? I won't say I learned. I heard, but I didn't really soak it in about. And it's not all about everything. Weather modification is not all only about chemtrails. As I showed y'all, there's HARP facilities all around the world. There's DEW weapons. There's these Doppler radar, whatever. What else do they have that we don't know about? When it comes to weather modification, y'all. All I'm saying is the weather is extreme anymore. We don't get just a rainstorm anymore. We get a lot of hail and tornadoes and flooding and whatever else. It's the new climate change, y'all. The new climate change. I won't say climate change because it's not the climate change. When it comes to the new climate change, it's what they're doing to cause the climate change. So, therefore, I call it the new climate change. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. Maybe a little bit earlier tomorrow night. Cherie Stroud, thank you. Peace and blessings. Well, thank you very much. And peace and blessings may come your way. Hello, James Gipe. Thank you for the thumbs up, man. I'm not no big activist on weather control or modification. I am somewhat of a humanitarian, and I care about whatever. That's an injustice, y'all. People dying in tornadoes, and I mean, really, tornadoes happen. I get it, but a lot of this is it's being modified. It's being exacerbated into something worse. These people being flooded out in North Carolina. These people being burned out in all these other places. Yes, that's part of the new climate change, apparently. Fires, wildfires. A little bit of everything, y'all. Whether it be depopulation control or whatever you want to call it. Some people would tell you this is full-on war. Well, if it's war, you can't use any type of weapon that I know of to stop it. What can you do? You can't shoot bow and arrows at it or projectiles or whatever. If it's a war on us, all we do is take shelter and, get away from it. That's pretty bad, y'all. A storm is coming. You better get the heck out of the way. I mean, really. Isn't that pretty bad? I mean, I don't know if it's warfare or not. I've never really called it that. I just feel like there's real weather modification going on. And I question, is it to cause insurance companies to pay out? Is it trying to break us? Is it making us, we will be homeless, we'll own nothing and be happy and all this stuff? I'm still thinking about it, y'all. I don't draw conclusions about everything. It seems to be weather warfare. I mean, it seems to be. But how do you fight a war you can't fight? I mean, I don't have the answers, y'all. All I know is something's going on for real. And I appreciate y'all coming in and understanding my point of view, y'all. Y'all have a good night, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.